everyone, happy hot home here. I just wanted to give you a quick little update to, this is follow-up from my prior video about my Limelight Hydrangeas, and this is a few weeks later, and I just wanted to show you what they look like when they turn colors. When they first bloom, they are a very, very beautiful white, and as they mature, they turn into a really pretty pink chartreuse green. I just wanted to give you a close-up of what they look like. All the hydrangeas along this edge have already started to turn, so I just wanted to let you see what they look like. I can get a little bit closer up. As you can see, the pink, and they turn this really light green. They come out very white, and then they turn kind of a light green, and then they start to get pink edges. Do you see that? And then the brown is then when they die off. So, wanted to show you, this is a very big one on the edge. And as we make our way down, that is an Annabelle hydrangea bush, which is just super far behind and not doing that well. That's an Annabelle hydrangea bush also that I explained to you in my prior video that just does not have very strong roots and stems, and the heads get very big and flop over, and I'm not a fan of those at all. I'll come back and show you what my regular variety hydrangeas look like, how they have progressed since the last video. But this is just basically me doing nothing to the hydrangeas at all. You know, just leaving them be. We've had some pretty heavy rainstorms. I haven't done any pruning, and this is how they are behaving. And for the most part, other than maybe a few that get really heavy and flop over, the Limelights are just in great condition. And the thing I like about them so much is that they have very strong stems to support their really heavy heads. We have peonies also that are just beautiful in the probably about May when they bloom. But their heads get so big, they don't have strong stems and a strong support system. They flop right over, and after the first rain, they're done. But this is after several heavy rains, not just rains, but some heavy hailstorms. I mean, look how they're behaving. Look at this guy. This guy is probably 4.5 feet tall, and look at this super strong stem that is supporting that really big head. Can you see that? So that's why I love them so much, and I talk in my prior video, and I will link it to this video if you haven't seen it, and explaining why I just love Limelight hydrangeas. Again, maybe, you know, 1 or 2 hanging on the ground, but it's not most of them. Most of them are not on the ground. So that is great. See, can you see that really pretty green that it turns? The pink and the green, it's so pretty. So this is, you know, starting to get to be late summer, and this is the color that they turn. So when they open up, this is what color they are when they open up. You can see that some of them are still opening up. They're all in different stages. And then they turn pink and green, and this is the color that they become. Really like it. I'll show you my trees as well. Just continuing along how they are doing. And then this one down here. Look at this, boy. I mean, this one is just massive. And it's heavy. And it is just pointed straight up. You see how big it is. They're really fabulous plants. I do encourage you to watch the prior video where I talk about just all the benefits of them and how easy they are to care for. Here's again a white one that is just opening up, and it's all in the different stages of growth. So it's also another lovely thing about them is that you have ones that are just opening up, they continue to bloom, and then they turn colors. And look at that beautiful pink and green. So pretty. To give you a view from this direction. And I'm going to take you over and show you all of the trees that we have on the side of the pool and how they look right now also. So these are 3 trees and they're lining the side of the pool, and these are a little more advanced and more of an advanced stage of turning pink, where the other ones are just sort of starting to turn pink and green. These are more advanced. I'll give you a close-up of what these look like. So this is 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, and they're so big that they're touching each other. Let me back up a little bit so you can see. 1, 2, 3. And these will need pruning, and I'll do a video on how to care for them. But, you know, I do very little, like I said, other than this year cutting the heads off when they were spent. And I actually did that pretty late in the season. I did not trim these back at all before they bloomed. I will trim them back this year, but I did not trim them back last year. So see how that one looks? All 3 of them. Let me move over here. I have one over here, a little guy that's just kind of on his own in the back near the bathroom. Boy, this one is, I would say, up there, that's probably 6 feet tall. You can see how, let me back up a little bit so you can get a full view of that. But yeah, this one has probably grown the tallest. I wonder maybe if it's the location and the way that the sun rises and sets, where it's just looking, the heads are looking a little bit bigger. And that one up there is in an earlier stage than some of these others. And I will take you over to the other side and show you how the ones along the fence line are looking that I focused on in my prior video. Hold on. So I am headed over to that area. I'm going to show you what these look like over here. Pretty big. Yeah. So these are, gosh, 7 feet maybe? 7 feet, I would say. And again, you can see the stage that they're in. There is some browning starting to turn. They've turned white, they've turned pink, they've turned chartreuse green, and then some of them being in different stages. This one obviously bloomed earlier since it has some brown on it. But look at that. Yeah, these are 7 feet tall. Pretty incredible. They look amazing, don't they? Just absolutely love them. So this is late summer, August 25th, how they look in the end of summer as they're turning colors. Oh, the pool guys just showed up. So I forgot, I wanted to bring you over and show you how the regular version, the regular variety of hydrangea is just not doing great. It has more spots on it than it did in my prior video, and I think that's from the rain, and then when the rain hits the leaves and then the sun burns the leaves. So they're not doing great. And then that one over there has a couple very small blooms. but nothing to write home about. As opposed to the fabulous Limelights that are doing insanely great. So, not great. Let me take you over to the other area and check on how those have done. The ones on the side of the house, I have 4 more planted there. Yeah, so here we are, and I do not see any blooms at all. I just see a bunch of holes in the leaves, which I'm not sure what that was caused by. It could be the hail, it could be a fungus. I'll have to investigate that further. But these 4 did not bloom at all, which is sad. Again, the regular variety, hydrangeas, just not doing great. Maybe I'll put some Limelights back here to kind of cover the equipment. Sort of wanted to leave the equipment open in case, you know, anybody needs to get to it. So I didn't want these to get too big, but these just like don't look good at all. And it seems to be a good area. They get sun and shade here, so they don't get too hot, but they're just kind of disappointing. And these are the ones along the fence line, and these are a little bit later in the blooming season, and they are only just starting to turn pink. So I think these, yeah, on a slightly different cycle. They're slightly behind the trees and the ones on the other side of the yard, but these are still mostly white and green. Let's get a little bit closer. And they're just starting to turn a little bit pink. But aren't they magnificent? It's gonna get a little noisy because they're gonna clean the pool. But yeah, I just wanted to show you what that looks like. These guys look like, yep, 6 feet tall. Aren't they magnificent? And in full bloom, just starting to turn a little pink. Beautiful. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. If you want me to continue putting videos out and showing you that the color as they change throughout the season and show you what they look like in September, I can certainly do that. But I hope you like this now. Drop me a line. Let me know what you think. All right, see you guys later.